Good morning, everybody. My name is Barry Schwartz, and this is the Search Buzz video recap. Today is Friday, April 12th, and this is the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at seroundtable.com. We got the Google Core Update volatility. It's not done yet, at least at the time of recording this. Helpful content update is a dunner, just to be clear. Dangerous and harmful Google search results to talk about, Google Ads confusion, and so much more. And also, we have a daily new video podcast Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, not Friday because I'm doing this video, where I recap the news with Crystal Carter, Morty Oberstein from Wix, and also with Greg Finn from Marketing O'Clock, Cypress North. So check that out as well. And I'd like to thank our sponsor, SimilarWeb. Thanks SimilarWeb for sponsoring. SimilarWeb is the all-in-one strategic SEO software. Get clarity of the SEO landscape through competitive analysis, keyword research, rank tracking, SERP analysis, and so much more. With industry-leading traffic and keyword data based on real user journeys, SimilarWeb gives SEO professionals the whole picture so they can strategize smartly and drive sustainable business growth. Thank you, SimilarWeb, for sponsoring, and definitely check them out at similarweb.com. So like I said, the Google Core March 2024 Core Update is well into April now. I think we're like almost at 6 weeks. We're at 5 weeks and 5.5 weeks or so. And we thought this would be done somewhere in the 3 to 4 week time frame, but it's taking much, much longer. Google said it'll be done when it's done. That being said, we are seeing more volatility. I reported about volatility on April 10th through April 9th and April 10th. It looks like there's even more volatility this morning on Friday. So definitely you're not alone if you're seeing some ranking spikes. So maybe Google's doing some last little bits. Lots of chatter, less so on the tools. The tools are actually now showing this morning more volatility than before. And also Taylor Kurtz and other people have been posting about this volatility on Twitter and so forth. So if you are noticing volatility this whole week for the most part, you're not alone. Maybe there's more to this update than we thought, and we will see. People have been talking about this Google Helpful Content Update like it's still running out and so forth. Just to be clear, Google said the Helpful Content Update is no more. There are no longer going to be Google Helpful Content Updates or Google Helpful Content Systems. There are helpfulness signals in the Core Update, the March Core Update, and that replaced a lot of what this Helpful Content Update was about. How much of the Helpful Content System did they move into this Core Update? It's unclear, but what we do know is that there have been no real recoveries from the September 2023 Helpful Content Update so far with this Google Core Update. So we're wondering if these guys are stuck in limbo or something, or maybe at the tail end of this March Core Update it will be done, and then that maybe these sites will recover, but we don't know yet until this Core Update is done. So just keep in mind, again, the Helpful Content Update is something that's no longer, and we probably should maybe stop talking about it and just consider it a Core Update. Gary-ish from Google posted about on LinkedIn about how somebody asked him how you will see a slowdown in Google's indexing services like crawl rates and canonicalization, all these types of systems when there's a Core Update going on, because if the Core Update is going on, it has to utilize those resources to do indexing and crawling and so forth. I've seen the opposite rumors, and this is not true, but I've seen the opposite rumors, both are not true, where people said, oh, you see a crawl spike before or during a Core Update or an algorithm update, and Google said no, both are myths. He said it's not true, that they're totally separate systems. Indexing, crawling, and ranking, and then the Core Updates, those are totally separate systems, do separate things, and they don't slow down or speed up each other at all. That's what Gary said on LinkedIn. Google also responded to numerous claims about the search results being dangerous and harmful. So people have been posting some examples, especially showing Reddit and Quora in the search results for medical types of queries, and how Google, we discussed this before, Reddit showing people to take this medicine that could harm them if it's not taken under doctor supervision. It depends on the type of person and so forth. And this brought me back to when I interviewed H.J. Kim from Google about how he's the VP of Google Search, and he was very involved in writing a lot of the algorithms that do this types of stuff. Like we'll show only the most authoritative, this EEAT stuff. And when he was talking about his father, I believe, who was sick years past, and he went to Google to find the right answers, he became somewhat obsessed with making sure that Google search results only showed the most authoritative and trustworthy stuff, because he didn't want to land on something that would steer him the wrong way to help his father. And this goes across not just health, but also finance and so forth. So now to see Google show Reddit results and Quora and forums that are leading people to potentially harming themselves, it's very concerning. And I'm surprised. I'm honestly surprised. But Danny Sullivan says we're going to do better. This has been responding to numerous complaints about examples of this, and hopefully Google will do better with this. But it's sad to see, to be honest. John Mueller was asked, if I rank well for, let's say, Merchant Center, Google Shopping results, or I rank well for image results, does that hurt my rankings for web search results, the core web results? And John Mueller said, no, it doesn't make sense. Why would that happen? It's not true. You will not have a decrease in ranking for web results if you rank well in Merchant Center or product search and all those types of verticals. Truth is, Google did say a while back that if you rank in top stories, it will do deduplication of the top story in the web search results. But that's kind of different. Those are not like packs per se. Like if you're reading the same story anyway, why would that exact same story show up in the search results again? It will dedupe. But in terms of just core ranking, it won't have an impact on your overall site. Google has made a couple clarifications to the Google Structured Data Carousel Beta, this new beta feature that is mostly in the European region. One is it talks about its availability, and it's available in the European region, specifically certain countries in Europe. Specifically for the DMA, Digital Markets Act. It also went ahead and said the location of the markup. So if you have summary pages, you should include the location of that markup on the summary page when you're linking to the detail page. So that's a little clarification on that. That documentation is fairly new. It's about 6 weeks old, and they made an update to it, a small update to clarify some things. Google said, don't disavow internal footer links. Again, Google said that numerous times over the years, using using different techniques like PageRank sculpting. And here's a John Mueller quote. He said, if you do this, future you will be annoyed by the problems current you is creating. So that's one of those John Mueller quotes that you have on that topic. John Mueller also spoke about the differences between 410 status codes and 404 status codes. 410 is considered a permanent page not found, and 404 is more temporary, or not really temporary, but just gone. And John Mueller basically said the difference is so minimal, you shouldn't even worry about it. Of course, in the past, Google did talk about the difference, how 410s are faster and more permanent, and how 404s are maybe delayed by 24 hours, but ultimately the same result happens after 24 hours. They're both gone, and you shouldn't have to worry about it. So Google doesn't want you to worry about it. Google is testing short videos in the search results as a search bar menu option, so you can filter to only show short videos. This is spotted by Brody Clark and Kamlesh Shukla on LinkedIn. Both show the short videos tab. It makes sense because Google replaced perspectives with forums, and with that, perspectives used to show short videos. Now it's replaced with forums, and forums is only showing forum results. So maybe Google's testing that as well. Makes sense. Google said it's not going to be removing the cite command from the search results. So a cite : whatever. Let's say you want to do a search for Reddit results. You do a cite command reddit.com and any query, and it will show only Reddit results if Google didn't only show Reddit results anyway. And that's not going away according to Danny Sullivan, the Google Search Liaison. Bing is testing removing the cache link from the search results. I saw this myself, and Fabrice Cannell from Microsoft confirmed that they're testing this, where they're removing the cache link. Google removed the cache link a few months ago, and people were really not happy, but Bing's doing it and nobody really cares. Also, Bing's testing removing the estimated number of search results from the Bing search results thing. Google is testing this as well for a while, where it shows you the about number of results. Now, Bing is testing removing that as well. This is spotted by Frank Santman. Nice find over there on Mastodon. Google is testing tabs for the SGE AI overviews, the Search Center of Experience AI overviews, where they're showing these tabs as opposed to just listing now. This is spotted by Kushal. Here's a screenshot of that. Bing is testing another feature called, I don't know what they're calling it, but Google calls it from sources across the web. But Bing is testing, it pretty much looks the same exact thing. They don't title it. And it basically shows this screenshot of, here's a screenshot of it where it just shows you sources across the web, and they say it's AI generated. Google has a similar feature, which they call it again, from sources across the web. Google Image Search launched, and we saw this being tested a while ago. Google's Rajan Patel, the VP of Engineering at Google, is calling pixel level object segmentation. It's like an animation that highlights the images, the objects within the images to help you isolate what you're looking at, which is pretty cool. And I guess that's going to be used in the future for ways to like dig into more things around that. Google Ad Strength is the topic again. We discussed it a couple weeks ago, but Ginny Marvin, the Google Ads liaison, said that ad strength is not used in the auction. So stop saying, even though we show this as a thing, it's not used in the auction. You should not worry about it. But then why show it? And there's a whole big debate going on in the PPC community. Kind of love it. So definitely take a look at that. But again, new news there is Ginny Marvin said again, ad strength is not used in the auction. Google's testing sticky labels for sponsor listings. So if you have a sponsor listing and you scroll those, and as you keep scrolling, the sponsor listings are still there, it will test sticking the word sponsored labeled at the top of the search results. This was spotted by Gagan, who posted this, a screenshot on X. Google Ads is also testing showing people also consider label in the actual ads. I'm surprised by this. This reminds me of what we spotted last week of the related to your search labels. And again, what people also consider. This is spotted by Anthony Higman. Here's a screenshot from him on his ad where it says, people also consider this ad. I'm like, what the heck I don't understand why Google's showing these labels on ads. I wish Google would explain this, but no idea. Google's also testing replacing the call button on desktop with a get phone number button. Which makes more sense because on desktop, when you click call, it's not calling them from your desktop, it's showing you the phone number. So this button shows get phone number, which is a much longer piece of text. That was spotted by Mike Blumenfeld. Here's a screenshot of that. Google also launched the new updated Google Merchant Center product specifications for 2024. A lot of discussion around how AI labeling, which we discussed weeks ago, and a bunch of other things in there that you want to catch up on. Google just posted this, and I posted about the summary on April 10th if you want to catch up on that. And finally, Google has updated its Maps Suggest and Edit view. So if you're a local guide and you want to update and suggest and edit, you can now use this new workflow. Here's a screenshot of that new workflow for you. And in any event, thanks so much for listening to the Search Buzz video recap. Again, my name is Barry Schwartz, and this is the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at seroundtable.com over the past week. Again, thanks to SimilarWeb for sponsoring, deeply appreciated. And hopefully you like the Friday recaps and also those shorter, well, not shorter, but more detailed, but daily recaps as well. If you want them on Fridays as well, let me know. Otherwise, I'll just producing this on Friday, and the rest will be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Everyone have a great, safe, healthy weekend, and I'll speak to you guys next. Goodbye.